Hello believers, do you want to reach FC champion rank and become a hacker level player? If yes then, in this video, I am going to tell you 25 amazing tips to be a pro player after the new Division Rivals and gameplay update. See, EA literally did a lot of changes on gameplay this time, and I even ignored uploading yesterday just to make this video with better quality as I wanted to test gameplay properly in both the VSA and H2H mode. Not only that, I have taken feedback from the top grinders and guides from our server, so the video will be top-notch, and to make this video neat and clean, I am going through these topics. 1. Noticing 11 gameplay changes after the new update. 2. 14 important tips after a new update in FC Mobile. Anyway, my bros, I am working so hard to give you bros quality content, but it's very stressful to see 57.999% of you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, even though you watch the channel regularly. So, before we begin, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon as it's free, and you can get notification of my contents regularly. Anyway, let's move to point number 1, noticing 11 gameplay changes after the new update. Now bros, before talking about all the important tips which will actually take your gameplay to pro or hacker level, firstly, you must notice some of the important changes that EA has done. So, here we are going to talk about all the noticeable changes firstly, and then we will discuss important tips to follow after the Division Rivals and gameplay update that recently came in FC Mobile. Changes first passing. Firstly, you can see some changes in the passing. The passing is much more accurate, and even if you simply click on the pass button, the speed of the pass is better than before. The driven and lob passes are nerfed. Before the driven pass was effective and the receiver used to control the ball easily, but after the update the players take so much time to control it, and usually the ball gets stolen way easier by opposition if you use a driven lob pass. Changes 2. Through balls. Talking about the through balls, it goes a bit longer when required and finds their targets. So, in both the normal and through pass, the improvements are made. The through lofted passes are also improved, and this is kind of meta right now as I was conceding a lot of through goals. Before going to changes 3, I want to thank all of these bros, MGL and Chance bro, Phoenix bro, Gel bro, and Derek bro, as they have tested the game after the update properly, and they sent me a lot of feedback, and many of their feedback are also included in this video. Anyway, I appreciate their great work, and comment, #thank you guiders for appreciating them. Changes third work rate of the players. EA has done changes in the player work rate. The attackers and the midfielders are more involved in attacking in the recent scenario and running into the open space behind the space, which makes it a lot easier to score goals. Changes 4 skill moves. The skill moves are a little bit adjusted, plus slightly depends on the players to players also, but in this update I felt like they have done slight downgrades on the previous meta skill moves such as heal to heal and step over and exit. Let me know your thoughts on the skill moves, bros. You might have seen, due to these skill moves, a lot of the players have literally gotten nerfed, especially strikers and wingers, as they are the ones who were having very great stunts in the heal to heal and step over and exit. But bros, there are freaking stunning skill moves which I will tell you later, so stay tuned till the end of the video. Changes 5th pace of the players. The acceleration is not as fast as before. Acceleration simply means how fast players can come to his original speed, so it feels like players are taking little time to come to their fast speed. Changes 6. Defending improvements. Recently, you all know one of the most important skill moves are nerfed, so defending has improved a lot more and better. The defender can catch the wingers, which seemed very hard before. Changes 7. Short players' effects. The short players' stunts and pace are better. The short players are a bit better in terms of stunts and pace compared to the last game before the update. That might be because they are short and slightly lighter than tall players. So in the short players, you will get advantage of pace and stunt. Changes 8th. Tall players' effects. The nerf of the tall players and shooting or physical ability improvement are done. Tall players feel nerfed a bit. If you guys have selected tall players then, they are feeling more sluggish after the update. That's because the skill moves like heal to heal and step over exits are nerfed on them. Height used to matter for both of those skills, but pro players are saying less height players are doing better than tall players. That's because they feel a bit heavy on the game. However, it also depends on the gameplay of your bros. Now that really doesn't mean don't take tall players. That's because they have good abilities such as shooting, physical, and heading. The players such as R9, CR7, Gyökeres, Isak, and many other tall players after the update are crazy good on shooting and physical, even though the skill moves and quick movement are nerfed. Changes 9 corner kicks. The defenders with the tallest height and highest jumping ability will automatically come in the middle during corners, so corner goals are a bit hard to score after update, and many of pro players were also saying the same. Changes 10th VSA. VSA is far better and feels better. If you use players with higher OVR, you will get greater advantage as they have done improvements on the chances you get. Changes 11. Gives fouls less. The game has become like South American football instead of European football, as the simple physicals are not considered as a foul. Fouls are given less, and I have noticed it in many cases. One good thing is you can continue play and the disturbance will be less when playing game. So I felt it's W update. Now let's move to point number 2. 14. Important tips after a new update in FC Mobile. Tips 1. How to use strikers and wingers effectively even after the nerf. Talking about the strikers, pace cannot be abused on them, so I prefer you bros to use them mostly for shooting from the gap areas. Talking about the wingers, dribbling has become a really good thing, and you can use wingers to make crosses, loft through passes. You can even bypass full backs with the help of wingers easily, which we will learn later in the video. Anyway, still wide areas run is effective for wingers, but not like you used to do in the past days before the update, because this time, the best skill moves stunts, like heel-to-heel flick and step-over exit, are already bad, and it mostly fails. Step-over is already kind of trash, but heel-to-heel works a little bit if you use it effectively. Tips 2. Proper use of the defenders. This time, due to adjustment in the strikers, defenders are much more effective, and I think even if you bros have taken a decent defenders in the TOTS event then, that's huge W, as strikers are nerfed this time. Meanwhile, defenders are performing much better. Using defenders is much easier, and you can feel you made a W decision if you have taken defenders. Tips 3. Lofted through balls are good to penetrate defense. Passing is better. So if you are possession-based players, that's huge W for you, and you can continue your possession-based game. And for those who love attacking game, I will prefer them to make a habit of using the through passes and lofted through passes. You can see here some goals with the through pass. Through pass has become just brilliant. Talking about lofted through passes, it was working very well for the opponent, plus I was also scoring goals. Basically, a through pass is meta and an easy tactic to break opposition defense. It's very balanced at the moment, so I will suggest you bros, if you see your striker is making forward runs, and if you are in the right position to make through balls, then lofted through passing is gonna badly destroy opposition. Tips for one-on-one situations, not only in the defending case, but also in the 1v1 situations of the attackers. If the attackers are having good agility and the reactions, then they quickly intercepts the ball to take the possession back. So I suggest you, if you are in the cases of 1 versus 1, and if you lose ball, then taking ball back once again to your feet has higher chances. So, don't lose hope and try to press, as that increases chances of penetrating opposition defense. Tips 5. Long-range shots are good. I couldn't believe, bros, the shots are literally insane on the strikers and other position players. You just have to find out what's special about that specific player. Like Ronaldo is great on long-range power shots, and you can see here my opponent ended up brutally destroying me from such a long range. Talking about players who have finesse shots, you can try it even from long range. It's working very well. I am not telling you these things by playing one match. I have tried a lot of matches, and after a proper test, I concluded those things. Tips 6. Dribbling feels more smooth and is buffed, especially on the players who are with less height. They feel very comfortable dribbling. If the player height is less and he is good at dribbling, it's gonna feel super smooth and very light. Also, the lane change has slightly improved. It feels super smooth and quick, so that's a great skill move to bypass in 1v1 situation, and you can consider it as meta. Use it anywhere from wing, mid areas to strikers areas. Lane changes are gonna work, and it's been a top skill move recently. Tips 7. Free kicks are easy to score and improve. You can see this free kick. Like before, I didn't feel that easy to score free kick, but today, literally, out of 4 chances, 3 goals were scored by me and my opponent, and that also with long-range free kicks. You can see a bend on the curve once the ball goes around the keeper. It looks improved even though EA didn't mention tips 8. Swipe shots are nerfed or bugged. Swipe shot has become a very important aspect of making this game fun and interesting to play, but this time there is one bug in the game, and that is, when you try a swipe shot and try to score in one direction, it goes in another direction. For example, you can see these shots. It's especially very bad experience in VSA match, as swipe shots were meta on VSA, but now it's been nerfed. You can still use it, but chances of missing goals are much more. It's all your choice whether to use it or not, but I just said it has got the bug. Tips 9. Bug against through ball defending. I think EA needs to fix the lofted through ball a little bit. It's because the defender is not able to head out and defend the easy ball in case it's through lofted balls. This was less before the update, but now this issue is very common, so EA has to fix this as soon as possible. They buffed through lofted balls, that's fine, but it's very weird to see even easy through balls are not getting heading clear by the defenders like Van Dijk. Now, that's definitely the worst feeling after taking players with 1,500 to 2,000 shards. Tips 10. New trick with GK. If you want, you can try out this new trick called lob passing with GK. This literally looks very good on looking, and I personally enjoyed this shot a lot as it gives in real-life goalkeeper shooting feeling. Make sure to give it a try. Tips 11. Hard to score from corners. You can keep tall defenders in the squad who have good jumping, heading, and power header traits. If you keep them in the corner, they come automatically and they actually don't allow opposition to touch the ball. They will head out themselves and clear it. In corner kicks, it's hard to score and easy to defend recently. Tips 12. Best skill moves after the update. If you want to stunt defenders easily, then here are top skill moves which you can use. First is definitely lane change. Its stunt is very good after the update, and the reason it's in the top is because you can use it on the wing, striking areas, and anywhere. It's flexible, so you can try. In the second, we have a flick-up jog. I know no one is going to suggest you this skill move, but trust me, this is such a skill move, which has the highest ever stunt. And you can see the examples here. Literally, your wingers are passing the opposition easily. But the reason I kept it on number 2 is because it's not good in the mid area of ground as you might lose possession. But if you want to master wing runs and stunt fullbacks, then there is seriously no fullback in the game who will stop it. It has literally the highest stunt. Next, we have a Marseille turn, which name is also called roulette. It's also effective and used in most of the cases, like in the wing and even in attacking mid areas. Another very good skill move is Elastico, but remember, Elastico needs 5-star skill move players, and literally around 80% of meta players don't have that skill move. Anyway, Elastico, roulette, and lane change is a controllable skill move as the ball will be in your feet after performing it. But that's different in case of skill moves, such as heel-to-heel flick, flick-up jog. Anyway, there can be separate proper videos for skill moves and dribbling. Let me know if you want. Tips 13. Use a higher rating team in VSA. After the update, they have improved the chances. So it's very important you use the higher rating team in VSA, as higher OVR team means better chances. Tips 14. Reach FC Champion. Rank for no demotion. After update, if you want no demotion, then you can reach FC Champion rank. Even if you lose matches, you will not get demoted back to Leg 1 as they have mentioned it. However, in the next season, you will come back below ranks. In total, I told you 11 changes and 14 tips after the update, which means 25 tips in total. Hope it was helpful to you all. Finally, all the things that I mentioned will not work directly for you in terms of winning more matches, as they need to get mastered, and perfect combos are required if you really want to take advantage. So, believers, that's all for this video. I will meet you with the next one. Till then, your lovely host, Mr. Believer, signing out.